I don't know. It's weird. I'm at this weird point in my life where I really have nothing to prove. You feel what I'm saying? And I think I went through like test after test. Let's look at this kitchen though. I'm about to make some oatmeal, but it's clean in here. But what was I about to say? I feel like I don't have nothing to prove. Like I really do. Like I feel like I lived my whole life trying to prove something in a sense. And now that I've worked on myself, I went to therapy, learned lot of different things, um, and I kind of look at things differently. I feel like I always had something to prove because of the family system that I come from, coming from a narcissistic family system, and always feeling like it's, in a sense, there was no authentic love within that family. So now that I'm no contact, I even be taking these large breaks off of social media because I feel like, think about this. Even when I was in my relationship, I was in my long-term relationship. The reason why I wasn't on social media during that relationship was because I felt like there was some love in that relationship. But considering the fact that it wasn't really love, it was love bombing, and that individual didn't have the capability to love, which I figured out later on, it kind of put me in the same situation that I was in my family. So I separated from my family, and I remember I went to live with that person, and then I realized that person wasn't really who I thought they were. You know what I mean? I'm about to eat some. If y'all know me, I love some oatmeal, right? So, and I'm not saying that to like, that situation is the past, but I think it all, makes sense for why I am the way I am now and why, how do you start this? And why I became the way that I am now. You feel what I'm saying? And throughout this journey, I feel like God has put me through so many different tests. To basically, is this unlocked? No, it's locked. God has put me through. It's hot out here. Ooh, it kind of feel good, low key though. But God has put me through so many different tests. I want to preface this too to say, like, the last place that I was at, bro, where I'm living at now, was so toxic. And this one is pretty calm, pretty quiet. So far, knock on wood. Hold on, let's knock on wood. And I feel like I said, through the roommate situations, through a lot of stuff that's been going on, God has been putting me through so many tests to really not only be obedient, but also, recognize that this is a journey and you got to learn and grow and learn and grow. And I think since I was younger, I've always wanted some level of peace. But in order to get peace, you got to master yourself first. And I feel like we so quick to point fingers those who are black sheeps, those who are working on themselves, and also those who feel like they're chosen by God or whatever the case may be. A lot of us, we so quick to point fingers. We so quick to say the word is toxic or whatever the case may be. But most of the time, we have things that we have to work on within ourselves as well. So like I was saying, I was in my family situation, then I woke up to that, and that kind of shocked me because I'm like, dang, I thought these people loved me or whatever the case may be. But most of them don't have the ability to love. And then when you separate from certain people in your family, narcissists or whatever the case may be, then you learn that there are other people within the family that you'll have to cut off just because, they are around people that will be perceived as your enemies because this is a spiritual warfare. You feel what I'm saying? It's hard to understand for a lot of people, but those who get it, get it. But yeah, so I feel like I've always been seeking like self-discovery and just a way to deal with my reality. And I think the more and more that I learn, the more and more God puts me through situations that allows me to kind of accept life for what it is in reality and also understand why I feel the way I feel and why I've gone through the things that I've gone through and why I now come to the point where like I feel like I don't have nothing to prove, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm more so at peace. I'm more at peace than I've ever been. Um, and let me lock this. And my goal now is to just create more peace within my life. Let's see what this angle looks like. My goal now is to just create, ooh, that's boiling. Is to just create more peace within my life and ride the waves, because life's not gonna be perfect. I feel like at one point I was always looking for a way to position myself to be in an area where I could be like, all right, I'm good now. Now mentally, yeah, you want to be able to be good, but it's not in regards to, oh, I'm finally good now. And that's why I've always like try to seek help, or I try to go to therapy, which in the community where I'm from in Philly, y'all see that steam? People don't go to therapy. Most men don't go to therapy. Most black men don't go to therapy. Most people don't work on themselves in general. So it's kind of foreign to the people that I was around. But for myself, I've always wanted to become better. And I think that goes into why I didn't really want to have kids, because I'm going to mix these two together. I like doing that. I think it goes into why I didn't really want to have kids, because of the simple fact that I didn't understand what was wrong with me in a sense. And I feel like once I realized that most of it came from coming from a dysfunctional family, being around narcissists, being around toxic people, I realized that some of it was me and who I became from being around people who didn't want me to be my authentic self, but also some of it was just the fact that I had a lot of things to work on. You know what I mean? When you come from dysfunction, you will have that. But like I said, now I done lived in different states. I done bounced around. I had some bad situations, some good situations. If you watch my channel, then you know what's up. If you don't know all the details, then you can just go and check out my other videos or whatever the case may be. But like I said, I'm kind of at the point now where I really don't got nothing to prove. I really don't care to be seen as much, and things are changing. Like I'm becoming a completely different person, and I realized that, like I said, a lot of who I was based off of the things from the past. And this is all about growth. This is all growth. It's normal. It's normal. I think the part that's not normal is the narcissism part, because not everybody deals with that type of experience, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, I feel like things will fall into place. But when they do fall into place, with not only me, but just people in general in life, I feel like it never falls into place how you want it to. But eventually, when you reach the point where you feel like, you know, life is good and you can ride those waves in a healthy way, then you'll appreciate it, even though it doesn't feel the way you thought it would feel. You feel what I'm saying? It's like the basketball players or the famous people who finally become a basketball player or finally become famous, and then they get into the industry, they get into the NBA or the NFL, whatever the case may be, and then they be like, oh, that's not what I thought it was, and I don't like it at first. Like, I don't like this change. I don't like the fact that, you know, I'm not who I used to be. But eventually I'm going to grow to appreciate it. One, because it brings me so much more peace. And two, it's different, and I enjoy different stuff. Y'all know my slogan, I'm different, you different, we different. Check out the oatmeal. I love me some oatmeal. But yeah, I'm about to go eat this oatmeal, start my day. You know what I mean? Start my day, and then basically see what's next, you know what I mean? And I kind of wanted to share this, because I feel like sometimes when you just share your perspective or when you rant, it can help somebody. It can you know, entertain somebody, or I could just talk my talk. But if y'all haven't checked out my book, Definition of Perseverance, on Amazon.com, I'm about to chill, eat my oatmeal, and throw these away first of all. But I'm about to chill, eat my oatmeal, and start my day. It's your boy Josh Different. I'm different, you different, we different. I'm out.